In the ancient Near East, amid dust and ancient stone, a figure stirs, cloaked in mystery. Who is Melchizedek, the priest of God Most High? As the sun rises over the rugged hills, Abraham journeys through the wilderness, seeking guidance from the Lord, weary but resolute. In the valley, Melchizedek approaches Abraham with bread and wine, a gesture of blessing and profound significance, embodying divine grace. The moment hangs in the air as darkness lifts, revealing the sacred truth. Melchizedek blesses Abraham, affirming God's promise. With words steeped in reverence, Melchizedek declares, "Blessed be Abraham by God Most High," elevating the faith of the patriarch. Having received the blessing, Abraham responds in faith, willingly giving a tithe, solidifying a connection that transcends time. Abraham kneels in reverence, the bread and wine before him, still feeling the weight of Melchizedek's blessing. The air is thick with tension as whispers of the surrounding kingdoms reach Abraham's ears, cautioning of impending danger. Suddenly, a group of armed men appears on the horizon, their intentions unclear, stirring unrest in the valley. Abraham, swiftly gathering his allies, prepares for a moment of conflict, his heart steeled by faith. With a rallying cry, Abraham leads his men, their robes flowing, as they charge toward the impending threat. The clash echoes through the valley as swords meet shields. The dust rises, shrouding the fierce battle. Amidst the chaos, Abraham's unwavering faith shines, his resolve unwavering as he fights for his kin. As night falls, the sounds of battle subside, and Abraham stands victorious, panting but steadfast. Breathing heavily, Abraham thanks God for his protection, the night sky a cloak of stars above him. In the distance, Melchizedek's silhouette appears once again, holding bread and wine, beckoning Abraham. Approaching Melchizedek, Abraham feels a renewed sense of purpose and divine connection as he receives the gifts. With the blessings bestowed, Abraham's faith deepens, knowing he stands under God's grace. As the sun began to set over the hills, Abraham stood with his heart full of gratitude, reflecting on Melchizedek's blessings. He turned to his men, their faces illuminated by the fading sunlight, filled with awe and wonder at the recent events. Melchizedek's words echoed in his mind, a reminder of God's unwavering loyalty and covenant with his lineage. The air was thick with the musky scent of earth as Abraham pondered the significance of bread and wine offered by the king. He realized the prophetic foreshadowing within those gifts, connecting the past with a future promise he could not yet fully see. With the blessings fresh in his spirit, Abraham felt a sense of duty towards his descendants, a legacy of faith ahead. As dusk fell, he gathered his men to discuss the importance of their covenant with God and the role they must play. He urged them, "We must remain faithful, for our path is guided by the one who brings victory and promise." With resolve ignited, they pledged their loyalty, acknowledging Melchizedek's divine authority and their commitment. That night, Abraham dreamt of a great nation emerging from his lineage, the echoes of Melchizedek resonating profoundly. As morning light pierced the horizon, he awoke, filled with an assurance that divine favor was upon him. Gathering his men again, he recounted his vision, emphasizing the strength they would gain through unity and divine connection. He spoke of the priesthood of Melchizedek, a holy order destined to surpass that of Levi and Aaron, a profound revelation. The men listened closely, their faith intertwining as the concept of a new covenant began to awaken their spirits. Abraham declared, "Let us prepare ourselves to be instruments of this holy plan, for our paths are intertwined with prophecy." With resolved hearts, they prayed together, seeking wisdom and strength for the journey ahead, echoing their vows. As they concluded their prayer, a strong wind swept across the valley, as if carrying their devotion to the heavens. Reflecting on Melchizedek's blessings, Abraham felt the weight of his responsibility, understanding the fate of nations rested upon them. With determination, he strategized their next steps, realizing they must expand their territory to fulfill God's promise. As they discussed, a group of travelers approached, their faces worn and weary, seeking refuge in the land of promise. Abraham welcomed them, embodying hospitality, reminding his men that their covenant was not just for themselves. He said, "In blessing others, we fulfill our destiny. Let us extend our hands in mercy, as God has done for us." As the sun began to set once more, a sense of unity and purpose enveloped the camp, echoing Melchizedek's blessings. With their hearts renewed, they prepared for the challenges ahead, knowing their faith and mission were divinely appointed. As the sun rose over the arid land, Abraham gathered his men. The air crackled with anticipation. A divine mission lay ahead. Abraham spoke of Melchizedek, his priestly order, and their shared covenant with God, their faith binding them to a higher purpose. With each word, the men felt a stirring within, a calling to extend their reach and embrace those in need of refuge and hope. They knelt in prayer, hands reaching toward the heavens, their spirits united in supplication for strength and guidance. As they rose, a hush fell over the gathering. A sense of divine presence enveloped them, crackling with potential. Abraham urged them to reflect on the mystery of Melchizedek, pondering how his legacy ties into God's enduring promise. The men began to voice their questions and insights, each revelation echoing the depth of Melchizedek's significance. With intensity, one man proclaimed that Melchizedek foreshadowed not only the priesthood, but also a coming savior. Abraham felt the weight of this revelation. Could it be that the echoes of divine history were unfolding before them? They decided to prepare for their journey, ready to share this awakening with those who would listen, spreading hope. As they started their trek, the land before them shimmered under the sun, a canvas of promise stretching infinitely. The rhythm of their footsteps echoed the heartbeat of their mission, a journey intertwined with Melchizedek's enduring legacy. The men of Abraham stand at the edge of their encampment, gazing at the horizon, contemplating their divine mission with renewed faith. Abraham calls them forward, sharing tales of Melchizedek's blessings, igniting a fervor in their hearts for the task ahead. As the stars begin to twinkle, they gather around the altar, offering prayers of commitment to fulfill God's purpose. A moment of silence fills the air, as they feel the weight of Melchizedek's legacy guiding them into the unknown. Suddenly, a strong wind sweeps through, a reminder of God's omnipresence, invigorating their spirits for the challenges ahead. With renewed determination, they rise as one, ready to step into their future, united by faith and the lessons of the past.